Okay everyone, so we're going to create this beautiful runner, and I decided to add some flowers on it. You don't have to, you can leave it as is. It's quite long, it's 1.10 by 36, so it's very hard for me to stretch it out here on my little table, but I'm sure you've seen it already by the pictures. Okay. Which is absolutely beautiful. Now, I have already created on the past the middle piece as a runner only, and this time this was added on, the edging was added on to this one. So it's a bit different, but the middle itself, I already have a tutorial on a runner just with the middle. So like I said, you could either add the flowers. I decided to go with these beautiful margaritas. They've been around for a while, and created leaves for them. So you'll need, if you're adding 6 flowers and 12 leaves, these are 6mm beads, and I've used 4-ply 100% cotton thread, 2.5 hook for you guys. These are Portugal brands of thread, similar to Lydia number 3. My threads are a little bit thinner, so yours become a little bit bigger than my size. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please, if you have not subscribed yet, do so and give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. So I've added on both sides, the opposite sides. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and thank you so much again. So I'm going to start with that magic circle. In case you have a hard time with the magic circle, you can do a 5 to 6 chain. This is as if we're creating a base for the granny square. Slip stitch, coming back in, single, 2 chain, my first double crochet. So we're going to create 4 groups of 4 double crochet to form the foundation of the granny square. 3 double crochet, that's counted with my very first one, 2 chain, 3 more double crochet, 2 chain, 3 more double crochet, 2 chain. So we already have 2. This is the third corner, 3 double crochet, 2 chain. So 1, 2, 3, and my last one. 1, 2, and 3 double crochet, chain 2. We're going to close in that very first one we created, the single and the 2 chain, and then you can close up your little circle. So I think I overdid it. I did overdo. 1, 2, 3, and my 4th. Sorry about that, people. So we have 4 groups of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 chain, and closing it up. Now we're going to do the walk with the slip stitch to the center of that 2 chain, coming in that center, creating a single 2 chain. We're going to do the shell here, 3 double crochet, always repeatedly on the 4 corners, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet, 1 chain space into the second corner. So we're going to repeat this all the way around, filling those 4 corners with the 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. Most of you should know already how to create a granny square. We're going to repeat the same thing on the other 2. I've done my last 1 chain, coming in that first one,
and closing it in. Again, doing the walk with the slip stitch, as I call it, to the center, and repeat again. Single, 2 chain, or however you start your first double crochet. Create that shell on the corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 more double crochets. So we've completed our first corner, chain 1, going into that 1 chain space, 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and create your second corner, 3 double crochets, 2 chain, and again 1, 2, 3 double crochet. So we've created the second corner, 1 chain, again into that 1 chain space, 3 double crochets. We're going to repeat the same thing all the way around. 1 chain, shell. So you're on your third shell at the corner, or your third corner, chain 2, and again repeat. So we're going to keep repeating, doing this 10 rows, exactly what we're doing. So we know that the next row, 3 double crochet, 1 chain, 3 double crochet, 1 chain, shells will always stay shells on the corner, and we're going to keep creating those blocks of 3 double crochet. So we start at 1 block, 2 blocks, next row 3 blocks, next row 4 blocks, until we have 10 rows. We have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to come back to you at the end of my 10th row. Okay, everyone, so I've done my granny square, and I've done my 10 rows. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little blocks of 3 double crochet. Now we're going to turn it this way because we're going to be working one side, and then once we finish this side, then we have to work the other side. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3 blocks, okay? We don't count the corner, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to start working on the 4th. From the 4th, the shell over shell, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to put your marker, so here I put my marker on the 4th. If we come from this side, 1, 2, 3, on the 4th also. If we come from this side, there's 6 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6th. So I'll put the marker because of you guys so you don't get confused. I'm going to come in with the cream bling bling gold. And we're just going to work back and forth one side, and then once completed, we work the other side, okay? So I'm going to start here and do my block of 3 double crochet. So single, and 2 chain. Coming in again, completing those 3 double crochet groups. One chain. Coming in, this time we're only doing shells on the center. Everything else is just blocks and groups of 3 double crochet all the way to the marker here. So be working back and forth, 1 chain space and the 3 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of 3 with 1 chain space in between, 1 chain, shell over shell, and repeat the same thing on this side until the marker. Your blocks of 3 double crochet, 2 chain, one chain, again creating those blocks. Okay, so I'll meet you at the marker, because now it's just a repeat, creating those 6 groups of 3 double crochet until the marker. So I'm reaching the marker, 1 chain, create my last group. So you should have a total of 6 on this side also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn around. So now we'll be working back and forth, like I said, coming in that first chain, creating those blocks again. So it's all about blocks for the next 8 rows total. So I'm on my second row of this cream color. I'll be completing 8 rows altogether on the cream. So creating those blocks again of 3 double crochet. And then your shell on the center. So we have the little block here, and then 3 double crochet, 1 chain, shell over shell. And you're going to repeat the same thing on this side. Okay, so I'll meet you at the marker. So I've done my last group, 1 chain, and I'm going to come right on top of that last chain on the double crochet and do a double crochet. We're going to turn around or do your 3 chains as you're going up. 3 chains. I'm creating again groups of 3 double crochet, and this is how it's going to be of the total of the 8 rows. 1 chain. So you're always going to have a group, block, okay? There's no point of keep recording the same thing when it's just a repeat, okay? So create your groups, your shell. I'll meet you back here again at the other corner, just so you know what you're doing. So I'm on to my last block, 1 chain, 2 double crochet inside of these chains. In my last double crochet, I'm going to go into the chain here. Remember we did 4, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 chain again. Turn around and create your blocks of 3 double crochet. So it's just a repeat now. 1 chain, and then your shell over shell, as we've been doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do 4 more rows. So back and forth. I'll meet you at the end of my 8th row. Okay, everyone. So I've done my 8 rows, and you should have your 8th row with a little block on each side. I'm going to cut my thread, come back in with the brown. Tuck in your loose ends. Now, I suggest, before you continue going, because we're going to repeat 8 rows again of the brown, we're going to put your markers. See if I can find my marker. Again, you're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you're going to start on that one chain. Right here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put your marker on there. Trying to look for a marker and I can't find it anywhere. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your 6th, exactly how we did with the other one. If you don't have a marker, you can just put color thread on there and you're good to go. So you'd be starting again your groups of 3 double crochet, your shell, 3 double crochet. Now I have put the marker on this side. We have to turn the pattern to the right side. And of course 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your 6th. So basically you would repeat what you've done on here onto this one. Makes things easier for you. So you would start on your marker. That means you have 1, 2, 3, 4 space on this side and 6 on the other. So single 2 chain. Just going to get my marker out of there because it's in my way. And create those groups. Of 3 double crochet, 1 chain. So basically we're repeating what we've just done on the other side. Working back and forth again, and then coming in with the brown. So I'm going to complete this side and then come back with you on the brown one just to make sure you are on the right track. Okay, so you are to have 6 groups on this side also, same thing as we just finished building on the other side. One chain and your shell over shell. 2 chain on the shell, 1 chain, and then continue on. Remembering when you get to the end, after you complete the 6 groups to the marker, you have to do a 4 chain going up and then start into the next one. If you have difficulty, just go back on the video and see what we've just done. Okay, I'll meet you at the end once I've completed my 8 rows. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 8 rows on this side also. And now we're going to start with the brown again, skipping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going into the 6, starting by here, exactly how we did on the other side. And we'll do 8 rows of the brown the same way. Got to turn your pattern to the right side. I keep banging into my camera. And then start by here again, where we put that marker. And do your groups of 3 double crochet, single 2 chain, come back in, create the group. 1 chain, and repeat again what we've done. If you need to rewind the video, go ahead. Where we have the shell continues to be shell. with 2 chain space in between the 3 double crochets on the shell. Okay, so I'm going to do my both sides of the pattern, and then I'll come back to you once I've created the 8 rows on both sides, exactly how we did the cream color. So I'm on the shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups, and then do the same thing on this side. Now once we've completed, we do the 4 chain going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Turn around and restart your 3 double crochet groups again. 1 chain and again. Okay, so once you've completed the 4 rows, go into the other side and do the same thing on this side. Make sure that you do the 6 on this side and the 6 on this side. Your shell stays the same. I'll meet you at the end of my 8th row. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished both sides. And now coming back in, make sure you turn your pattern to the right side. Coming back in with that light cream and repeat 8 rows again. Exactly what we've been doing. So if you put your marker, you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you start on your 6th. Same thing, you have to count the 6, put your marker. Nothing different than what we've been doing. So we're going to do the 8 rows again. And the good thing about this pattern, you can go as long as you'd like, or, by creating these 8 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You should have 4 little blocks left. 1, 2, 3. So on the 4th, not left, but starting from the right to the left on your 4th one. Should have 3 blocks out. Okay, so creating those groups again. I'm on my right side of the pattern, but here would be the wrong side, okay, of the row that we left off. So just repeating again, 8 rows. You're going to do that on both sides, and then I'll come back to you again once we've completed the 8 rows on both sides. Shell stays the same, everything else stays pretty much the same. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end once I've completed my 8 rows on both sides, so we can go through the next process. Shell over shell. Okay, so 1 chain space and create again your 6 groups of 3 double crochet on this side. Nothing different than what we've been doing. Okay, so I'm going to do my 8 rows here, and then I'm going to come and do my 8 rows here, and I'll come back to you. So I was saying 3 blocks, but in reality we have the one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So on your fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you'll have 4 blocks left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I almost forgot about that corner one. So you do your 4 chains and turn around, come back, and do your groups again. Okay. Okay, everyone. So I've completed all of my motifs. I've done 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the granny square in the center, and this is how big you can go. You can keep adding on. Okay. So I decided to do 4 on each side. Also have it so we have the granny square, and also on this side. So now we're going to start in the middle here, okay? And I'm going to come back with my cream. We're going to start where the shell is, but we're not doing shell, okay? It's going to change now. We are on the right side of the pattern of the granny square. So that means you should be on the wrong side on the last row here. I'm going to do 3 double crochet. We are going to start decreasing. So single 2 chain. This is the middle where the shell is. 3 double crochet, 1 chain, 3 double crochet, all the way to the end this time. Okay, so we're going to do those groups all the way to the end, then I'll come back to you here at the end. One chain space, 3 double crochet. My hook has been hurting me so much with the edges here that I had to put a bandage. I put too much pressure on the hook. That's what it is. 1 chain. Okay, so I'll meet you right at the end. So just groups of 3, 1 chain space. We are in the center of the shell, working this way. We'll be working back and forth, and then we'll be doing this side. Okay, everyone. So I've done 10 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 chain. We have this 3rd chain here that we did the 3 chains or the 4 chains going up. We're going to do our 11th group or our last group right here at the corner or inside of this 3rd chain. Okay, so we have 11 groups. Chain 3. We're going to turn around and we're going to come in into the next space. So now we're going to keep decreasing. So we had 11. This time we should have 10 groups on this row. One chain, and we must do the same thing on the other side and also at the pattern on the other end. So all you have to do is just rewind the video and go by there. Okay, so build your groups until here, and then I'll meet you there at the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We keep decreasing. So you know that the next row you should have 9. And we're going to do that until we complete 1 only left. No chain. Okay, so we're not doing the chain, we're going directly into that last double crochet with double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain. Turn around into the next space. We're going to keep working like this back and forth until we have one left. Then we're cutting our thread and working on this side. So completed my row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next row will be 8. No chain space. Come directly into that last double crochet and do a double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Turn around and again work your groups until the end. So you're going to keep working back and forth until you complete one, and then we're cutting our thread. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my back and forth. If you need to rewind the video, then go ahead. Remembering that when you get to here on that chain, we're doing the double crochet on that last double crochet. Okay, so we keep decreasing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we started with 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, until you have one left. Okay, everyone, so this is my one left. No chain, just double crochet. Tuck in your loose ends. And now we're going to start on this side. Of course, we'll be facing the right side exactly like this one. Okay, which is the right side of the granny square. And we're going to start here at the corner. Again, we need to do those 11 groups of 3 double crochet. So I'm going to come here on the corner and I'm going to work in that 4th chain. Single 2 chain, and I'm going to create my group of 3 double crochet, 1 chain into the next one. So creating those groups all the way until the shell in the center, and then I'll come back to you at the shell in the center because it's going to change a bit only on this row. Okay, so I have my 10 double crochets done, 1 chain, coming in that shell, doing my 11th, not 10 double crochets, 10 groups of 3, doing my 11th group. Now we're not going to do a 2 chain for that shell, but I am going to do a half double crochet, just like that. Only on this row only, and on the other end also. 1, 2, 3. Now we follow through the back and forth like here of what we've done for the decreasing. So we're basically building a square on this end, and we'll be building on the other end also. So we must repeat what we're doing here on the other end of the pattern. 1 chain and then continue on. Now obviously on the next row we are not doing shells, we're just doing that double crochet on top of the last double crochet like we've been doing with the decreases on here. But I'll meet you at the end of the pattern on this row. So I am on the last group here. No chain space, coming directly on that last double crochet with double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Of course, the next row should be 9. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, chain into the next one. Create your groups. And again, will be the same thing when we get to here. We'll be doing the double crochet on the last one. We're not touching no more the middle. It's just back and forth now. So I'm going to complete this side also. And then I'm going to complete the other side and do exactly the same thing as we're doing on here. And then come back to you once I've done my two sides of the pattern, the edges. Okay, everyone. So I've done both sides and also on the other side. Okay, so now we're going to be working on the side. We're going to be working from here to here, and we have to do it individual. It's a little bit of work, yes, but I'm sure you'll be happy at the end. So we'll be working on here, cut our thread, and then work on here again, cut our thread on both sides the same way. Slip stitch knot. We're going to come on that double crochet on the corner, and we're going to do a shell. So I'm going to do a single and one chain. I'm not going to do two chain because that single already represents as if it was a one chain space. I'm going to come inside of that loop and continue to do the double crochet. So basically it's like having a shell here at the corner, one chain. Coming in the next one, now I'm building those groups of 3, double crochet. Make sure that you are on the right side of the pattern from that first row into the next one. So we have 3 groups already. That's included with the one of the shell, one chain, and on this last loop here makes 4. So we'll have 4 on each side. We're going to go directly into this one here with no chain space. Directly and create the group. One chain and again. One chain and again. One chain coming in directly into that 3 chain space, creating our 4th group. I'm just going to put it on that 2nd chain like this. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3. Turn around. And come in again. So we're decreasing again on the motif here on the side. One chain. So we started with 4 little blocks. Now we should have 3 on each side. One chain into the last one. 1, 2, 3 double crochet. So we have our 3 blocks directly into the next one, no chain space. And that's what we're going to do until the end, until we complete the whole thing. So we're going to do on top of this double crochet like we usually did on the other ones and do that double crochet. We're going to turn around again. One, two, three, and come in again and do the group of double crochet. So we should have two now, two groups only. One chain and double crochet. That's my second group on the motif on this side. Go directly. One chain directly again. And double crochet on the last one. Okay, and then chain 3 and complete again. Okay, everyone, so this was the last one. We're going to turn around, and they all have to be the same way like this. Okay, so we're not going to do any chain. We're going to go directly into this last one here, and we're going to do a double crochet to close it up like that. Okay, and we're going to cut our thread, repeat the same thing on the next motifs again. So basically what it's giving me is a straight line. So I'm turning my pattern. So we've worked this one, and I'm going to work that one. This way you don't get lost or mistaken. If you feel to do a slip stitch instead of single, you can also, and then do another chain to have those two chains for the shell. Okay, so I'm going to do a single and one chain, and then continue to do my shell on this side. And then work, of course, this side, right? One chain, come in the next motif, or not motif, the next chain space, create your little block, one chain, and again. So basically we're repeating what we did on the other side, and then again. So we should have 4 groups again to start off on this side. So with that shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, go directly into the next one and create those 4 groups of 3 double crochet. One chain, and again, one chain. Now I'm going to come in and do my 4th group, and I'm going to go in this double crochet here and just hook it like that. 1, 2, 3, turn around, come inside of that one chain space, create your little block, one chain, and again. One chain, and again. So you should have 3 blocks this time. The thing is, it goes pretty fast, so it's not like, you know, such a long pattern to be doing one by one on this. There's small sections, so it goes fast. Don't forget to go directly. There is no chain space in between one motif to the other, right? And coming in, you gotta make sure that we do the same. So we have 1, 2, 3, our fourth inside of that shell, and 1, 2, 3 chain. Turn around, and again. So if you need to rewind the video, then go ahead. Just remembering that we don't do any chain space there. Okay. So it should be like this side here. Okay, everyone, so I've done both sides already. As you can see, it's pretty much giving me like a straight line everywhere. Now we must do to all of them until the other side. Like I said, you know, it's not bad because it's small, it's quick, right? But we'll be doing it here and here. So all you have to do is just rewind the video. I'm sure that once you do 1 or 2 of them, you will already know what to do. It's very simple and quick. There's not a lot of details to it. Just make sure that you are faced the proper side of the pattern. And that usually you can confirm that on your first row, right? So basically, we're starting the next one, going right on that double crochet. Now, it falls right into, so you don't get mistaken, that first, right? So that very first line of the next color. This way you're not mistaken. So I've done a single. Just going to try to hide my thread because I know some of you probably will get confused and will question, well, where do I start? Okay. And then you just follow through the other side the same way as you did on this side so you don't get confused. So basically did my shell there again. 1 chain coming in. That means you should have your 4 groups of the double crochet. So we've done 1 to create that shell. This is my second one. My third one. And my fourth one. Another hint for you in order, if you're not too sure where to start, okay, make sure you go straight, no chain space. I'll show you another little clue that, or hint, or whatever way you want to. So basically, let's say you get confused. Oh, but I'm not sure where I'm going to do that shell. Well, you can count your little blocks because you know you have to do those 4 groups. So automatically 1, 2, 3, I have to start here. Same thing is on here. 1, 2, 3, and because you'll have now this word, so you might get confused, right? 1, 2, 3, I have to start here. And again on this one, 1, 2, 3, I have to start here, right? So just to give you an idea that, you know, you might get confused and not sure about what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do mine on both sides, and once we get to once we get to the granny square right on the center, I'll meet you here just to make sure you don't get confused. Okay, so I'll meet you there at the granny square. Okay, everyone, so pretty much started this side where the granny square is, and there is no difference than what we've been doing with the rest of the other ones. So I have 3, I need to create 4. So I'm going to create where my shell is. 1 chain, come back in that shell and create your 3 double crochets. So no different than what we've been doing. 1, 2, 3, turn around and then go back and forth. Oops, sorry. My space is so tight and limited, I keep banging into my camera. So creating now this row, you should have 3 groups only. 1 chain, it goes pretty fast actually, you know, there's not much work to be done on these motifs. It's like a few rows and they're small. So remembering the same thing. So we have the 3 groups and go straight and continue and then come back again. So basically I have done both sides. And my camera, it's kind of small to see, but we are in the center and we're going to continue to do this side also all the way through, and then once I've completed I'll come back to you. Okay everyone, so pretty much did the one side. As you can see, I know it's kind of hard because everything is small here, and completed also this side. We have only one more left to do, which is this one here. We're going to do it together, and of course remembering that you're doing right side up, matches everything that goes around with the other ones. Now coming in the corner, creating that 2 chain to create that shell in the corner. I got bandages all over this hook. I'm telling you, it's not easy. And I've tried looking here for a better hook and they're all the same. So it's all gonna hurt. Okay, so we created a shell, 1 chain, come in, complete those 4 double crochet, 3 double crochets, 4 groups. So we have 1. This is the second one. This is the third one. Trying to hide my thread as I go, makes things easier. Oops, sorry, I keep banging into the camera. 1 chain, and this is the 4th one. Your 3 double crochets. Now remember, I'm with the granny square, right? So no difference, go directly into the next one, no chain space. And create those 4 groups again, 1 chain in between. So we have 2 already on this side. Three. Remembering that we have that shell there. Well, going to complete the shell. We already have a group in there. So 3. I'm going to grab this one here. And then do 1, 2, 3. So it's like doing the 2 chain. We're going to turn around. And now doing the 3 groups only. So this is my first group. 1 chain. My second group. One chain, and my third, remembering that we are decreasing. Going directly into the next one and create those 3 groups again. So that's my first. My second. My third. And then here on that double crochet, we have the shell there. Going in that last double crochet right in the corner. Doing double crochet. Chain 3. Turn around. So now it's just a back and forth, turning around and completing. So on this row now we should have 2 groups only. One chain, my second group. Go directly. Just pull this camera just a little bit here. And then do the 2 groups on this side also. One chain, my second group. And then the double crochet on that last double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Turn around. Now we should have only 1 group left. Done my 1 group, go directly. And 1 group on this side. On that last double crochet with double crochet. Turn around. And now we're just going to do the double crochet on that last double crochet. It's like doing the 2 chain, and then cut your thread and tuck in your loose ends. This way it's like we have the 2 chain space in between all of the motifs. Okay, and just perfect. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished all of it. Now placed it properly on the right side up of the granny square, and we're going to start on this 3 chain that we have there. We're going to do 2 double crochet inside of here, and 2 double crochet on each of these 3 double crochets. That's our increase. 1, 2, into the next one. 1, 2, into the next one. 1, 2. So we have 2, 4, 6. 6 double crochet on that 3 double crochet. Now we're coming back in this side of the chain and doing 2 double crochets. Only on the corners we'll be doing this. That means on this corner and on the other side of the pattern. Everywhere else where we have the chains, we're going to be alternating. We did 2 double crochets here. We're going to be doing 3 on this one. 2 double crochet all the way through the pattern into the next one. 3 double crochet into the next one. 2 double crochet into the next one. 3. So alternating 2, 3, 2, 3 all the way around the pattern. 1, 2. Okay, only when you get here you do the increase, only at the corners, the 4 corners. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I've done the side, the long side, always doing 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. I end up perfect at the corner. Okay, now we know that the corner here is 2. And then on those 3 double crochets, we're doing the increase 2 on each one, only at the corners. So 2 per stitch. Two on the other 3 chain, and then turning, and now starting the 3 again. 1, 2, 3. On the next one, 2 double crochet only. On the next one, 3. If you end up wrong, that means that you probably did 2 of the 3 or 2 of the 2. So go back and check and count. 2 and then 3. And then once you get to the corner again, then you do your increases again. I have 3 and so on. Okay, so once you get to this corner here, you do exactly the same thing on the 4 corners and continue. So we do the 2 on this chain and 3, 2, 3, 2, 3 until the next corner. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my row completely all the way around. Okay, everyone, so reaching the end again, and we have those 2 that we started off, so we're going to close in with slip stitch. So we finished with 3 because we had started 2. Now we have the increases here. We have the 2, the other 2, and the other 2. We're going to work on that second one in the middle of the 3 double crochets. So we're going to go over slip stitch, slip stitch. This is the second one of the increase. Slip stitch, we are on the second group of increase. So on this middle one, single 2 chain, my first double crochet coming into the next one. So we're right on the second one of the increase, okay, right here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. We will be making adjustment of 2 groups over here before we hit the other corner. Okay, so we have 9 double crochet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. I'm going to do 9 double crochets again, but we will have an adjustment on 2 groups of 9 double crochet just before the end. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. In all 4 corners, we have to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm on my 3rd group of 9. I've done 8. We have one more group here to do. So we have 8. I'm going to go into the next one and into the next one again. And I'm going to take out as if it was a double crochet in order for us to arrive properly. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9 by grabbing those 2. Again, 1, 2, 3 chain. Skip 1, 2, 3. Go on your 4th. And we must do it on this one also. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we have 1, 2, 3. We are on the 4th group. We have 8. We're going to go in the next one without doing anything. And now into the next one. So we're going to take all of these 4 loops out as if we're doing double crochet. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 chain. Again, skip 1, 2, 3 on my 4th. Double crochet, double crochet. So we're going to do 9 normal double crochet. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th lands right on top of that very first one we did, remember, right in the center, and 9. I'm going to do chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and come back into that same one as we first started on that second increase, if you remember. Okay, and then we're going to do 9 double crochets again. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to continue to do mine. Now we're on the side. I have such a bad cold, people. So I'm going to continue to do, and then I'll let you know how many I've done before we do the same thing as we done here with the 9 double crochets. Okay? So again, you do your chain 4, skip 3, go into the 4th. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 1, 2, 3 into the 4th. Do your 9 double crochets, and then I'll meet you back here again once I'm ready to make the adjustment. I'll tell you how many groups I have, because all 4 corners will be like this, or else it won't match up on the edges of the 4 corners. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then again, 4 chains, skip 3, go into the 4th. I'll meet you just before the end.